Hello everyone. So today we are going to solve this problem. So here when I go to this character, you can see there is a snapping when the level sequence starts. There is a snapping because the starting position of the sequence and the character's current starting position when it was in the gameplay is different. So that's why we see snapping. Right, so how do we do that? So I'm thinking of removing the keyframe for the character from the sequence and making the character move manually to the middle point of this collider before starting the conversation. So how do we make that happen? Let me open the PC character. Box is inherited, so let's go to the parent character right here. We basically need a function that manually walks the character to the location of this box facing the NPC character. But how do we do that? This character is also a child of this third person character. So here we have this get desired velocity. This is the function which tells the animation blueprint the velocity the character needs to have in order to go to desired location, because our movement system is completely handled through root motion based animations. So let's define a function under character movement. Set move to. Let's just call move to location. Right. So here as an input I'll get a location and a rotation I think force move to location. I'll rename this because in default AI also there is a function called move to location, so not to confuse with that one, I'll use force move to location. Right, now let's implement that. Where should we implement it? Okay, let's promote this to a variable target location and target rotation, and also let's add a boolean let's define a category for this to keep it clean. Let's add a boolean manual force I'll set forced moving to true here. Not forced moving, forced movement. So using this variable we can determine if we have a forced movement, and if that is the case we can calculate the character's movement based on the target location and rotation. Right, here let's add another branch using forced movement. If it is false, this path should take place, otherwise we need to have a different return node. So this should be calculated based on the target location. So how do we do that? We have the target location, and then we have get actor location. We can find direction from actor location to the target location and return it. So here, if this two points almost overlap with each other, that means we have reached the desired location, target location. So we can actually do it like that, this. But here we only need to consider the x and y or horizontal location, because considering the character's height we might get a different height value for the z value. So let's do something like this. Vector let's get only x and y, keep z 0. Oh no, let's keep z same as the current level of the character. Right, and if this value is less than, let's say 1, I don't know, 5. Now if this is larger than 5, I'll set forced movement with the result of this. So that means if we have a value less than between these 2 points, that means we have already reached the desired point, so we don't need to have forced movement anymore. So this will become false. Right, now in the NPC character here we need to make the other character move, or the move to the location of the box. So to do that, here we can get a reference to the other actor and call force move to location. As the target location, I'll use the box world location. Wait, world location, and the rotation should be facing the character itself, but we haven't implemented that part yet. Anyway, let's implement that too. So find locat rotation from the box location towards the location of this character, that means the mesh. So actor location, wait, get actor location, right, okay. So here from the sequence I'll remove this keyframes I have on the transform of the third person character, so the location change will not happen in the cinematic, in the sequence. Right, now the character did move there. Okay, so no more snapping. Character moved to the desired location properly, but it seems like the character is still trying to move. Let's quickly debug and see what's going on. Right, distance is scope. So I guess we get a distance larger than 5. That's why it keeps rotating. So just to get an idea, let's print the distance value we get. $28. Okay, that's a bit large value. I expected something like the half height of the capsule. Here we have problem. I forgot to connect Z. So let's try again. Right, it moved to the correct location and 5 is fine. But now it seems like characters are too close. Or are they? Well, if we want the character to be a bit away, all we have to do is just move this box a bit further from the character. That's not right. That's not where the character needs to be. Why? Why does it move there? Well, we have a system that rotates the NPC character towards the player character, I think. That should be in here. Yeah, we have this turn to functions. Okay, so what can we do about that? Right, we can give some time before showing choices to allow character move to the desired location. So let's add a delay of, let's say, 2 seconds. Why is it going over there? Well, let's completely disable this. No, here let's keep forced movement without disabling for a while. So skip this part, and now let's see. Okay, so this is what happens here. So character can't really move to that location because of our root motion based walking, because it's not quite like moving the character through the code manually. The movement is completely based on the animation, so we may have to do something about this. Like, right, we forgot one more thing. We have another method that gives the character look at rotation, so this one also has to change. Here, if we have a forced movement, if not, we can return this. If yes, we have to return the rotation character needs to have in order to look at the target rotation. So get location. I don't think I can use the target rotation because that only gives us the rotation if the character is already in the target rotation. So oh wait, but we don't know the actual location of the NPC character, so I'll just use this. It would be fine when the character reached the target location. Right, so what can we do about this? Right, here, let me connect this, and shall we implement the event, custom event, manual move to. Right, so here I'll use move component, get the capsule component and move component to the target location. here and target rotation, but here I should only consider X and Y. So location, split, get Z from the current Z level of the character. Okay, this will be called only once, because once this becomes false, this path will never take place. So we should call force manual movement only when this condition becomes false. Manual mode. Okay, it worked, but there was some snapping, so we can have some 𝐒𝐿 and 𝐿𝐿 8.5. Okay, location is correct, but character is not looking at the target. Right, so what can we do about that? Is this the problem? Can we set control rotation manually? But if we get control rotation, get controller, here we can set control rotation. Let's try that. Right, now the character is facing towards the NPC correctly. Let me test it again. Yeah, it is working correctly now. So no more snapping of the character locations. And with that, I'm gonna stop this episode right here. So, but still there are a lot of things to do in this system. For example, like we have to have change in camera angles based on which character is talking and stuff like that. So let's look into those things in future episodes. So thanks for watching, and as always, project files will be available for the download in Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.